So, hey everybody, this is Nico Hirissou. He is a winemaker of Domaine du Moulin in Gaillac in southwest France. He's out in his vineyard that he's working on. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's Clos Hirissou, and he has his Golden Eagle Cinto with him. Let me see it. There we go. Beautiful. And did he get a break so he was able to fly so he can sit there while we chat?
Normally he will stay okay. He will stay on the seat and don't move.
Ah, so. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. So tell us about your Domaine du Moulin and Gaillac and your projects that you're working on.
So welcome everybody. I'm very happy to speak with lots of people because I'm alone in my vineyards now. Because every people is alone not to have problem with the virus. So it's always very good to be in connection with some people. To explain you, I've got 40 hectares in Gaillac. Gaillac, it's southwest of France, less than 1 hour from Toulouse, and 20 minutes from a very, very beautiful town which name is Albi. Maybe some people know a picture with a black cat with Toulouse-Lautrec. It's from here. The painter is from here. So Gaillac, it's 8,000 hectares of vineyards. It's very, very old. It's one of the oldest vineyards with côte rôtie. And we have typical grape. And my favorite typical grape is Bordeaux. You can find Florentin cuvée. And after I use a lot of Mosaic grape for the sparkling wine. But now I'm my new project here, whose name is Clos Hirissou. It's 10 hectares. It was the owner in the past 20 years ago was a brother of my grandfather, and they put off all the vineyards because the brother when he's died, and I decided to plant again. But I wanted to make something different than in Gaillac area. So I decided to plant last year some petite Sirah. Who is not there is not a lot in France, just I think 2 hectares. So I'm now the big producer of petite Sirah. You can see there.
And what's the blue? What is the blue? So people understand what is the blue? It's netting, right?
Yeah, the blue is to protect, because I've got 2 problems here. I've got lots of hares and lots of deers.
Rabbits and deers. Okay.
Right, big rabbits and deers. So if you don't protect, they will eat all.
Gotcha.
And it's not enough with Cinto to kill them, so I need to protect my vineyards. So that is a field I can show you about petite Sirah. And you can see we are on the top of the hills. So in front it's a style of southwest with some vineyards, some place for cows. There is a castle in front. At 1 kilometer there is a big castle, and the house of my family is there.
Oh, you can see it from there? I don't remember that you could see it there.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, cool. Okay. And how many hectares of petite Sirah is that you just showed us?
So now I've got 1 hectare and a half of petite Sirah, and next year I will plant more, because in the past there is some petite Sirah in Gaillac, though I want the Gaillac origin. And I will plant next year there.
And what do you need to do day to day to maintain that? Do you need to plow or anything right now, or just let it grow?
Now in a vineyard it's lots of work, because it's more hot than usually now, and so
hey guys,
the nature.
Sorry, Nico, just 1 second. There's somebody like leaf blowing in the background. Is that too loud that it's annoying everybody? I can go inside if it's annoying. I just think it's nice to be outside. Anyways, keep talking about what you're doing in the vineyard, and I may move.
Yeah, we are in organic, so we don't put herbicide, we don't put nothing. So now the herbs go up, and we have to put off. when you are in a plant, you have to prune the plant. You have to. There is lots of work. Cinto wants to go away.
Okay, do you need to let him fly or something?
No, don't worry.
Okay.
He will stay there.
And normally, how many people help you out in the vineyard on in regular times?
Now we are 7.
Okay.
We are 7, but on 40 hectares we have place not to be across near. So
Okay,
there is
so-
like 1 people for 1 hectare, so there is no problem.
Okay, so everybody is coming to work and you're progressing.
Yeah.
as normal.
Now we don't sell no bottles. It's finished for 2 months
Yeah.
because of the virus. But if you stop to work in the vineyards, it will be terrible for us.
Yeah, you
Because-
have to.
Yeah, we have to. It's never stop, and it's from March to July. It's the more important work in the vineyards. So
Okay. But right now you're pruning basically, and then
we just finished to prune the plant, the baby plant, and but we have to put off all the herbs. All the herbs. It's lots of work.
that's the grass growing in between the vines,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
plowing
Yeah.
it under.
I can show you something. I
Yeah.
move a little.
Okay.
If you want to see my new plantation,
Yes, please.
new plant, you will see 1 hectare of Chenin blanc there. You see there? You see the plant there?
Yep.
So it's a baby, and from this you have to imagine that in 3 years you have the first vintage of Chenin blanc in Hirissou.
But why do you not have the blue netting around the baby plants?
It's because I have to make it.
Oh, okay.
But I've got 7,000 blue I meant to
Wow.
put. So after I started, look,
Okay.
but it's not finished. There is 1 hectare,
Yeah.
to make.
And you have some baby olive trees out there too, right?
Yeah, I've got some. I've got 200 olive trees there, and I've got some truffle trees, and I've got lots of plants from Corsican island. I like when you smell when there is when you arrive to the clos and it smells good smell of Corsica.
That's awesome. What actual plants do you bring from Corsica?
I don't know the name in. I can show you, but I don't know.
You can say in French, and people can look it up.
There is very famous with them Immortel.
Immortel.
I will show you a little.
Luke, what's Immortel?
Look, just. See the plant?
Okay.
And when it smells very strong.
Okay.
It's curry smell.
Oh, really? Okay.
I can show you the baby olive trees
Okay.
from Morocco.
From Morocco. I love it. Nico,
You
you
saw
have this
that?
big smile on your face like a proud daddy showing off your new vineyard.
You saw the olive trees?
Yes. Fabulous. And when you
So-
say a truffle tree, that's a oak tree that's inoculated with truffles,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's. I put the up 1 second. I can show you another plant from Corsica,
Okay.
where you can make alcohol with this fruit. It's this one.
Really?
There. This plant it's myrte.
Myrtle, I think.
Maybe.
Oh, there we go. Myrtle. Oh, it's fine. Good. Okay. Okay.
So there is not. I think there is more than 3,000 plant difference here.
Yeah, Steve, I found Immortel also. It's like something like that. So Nico, what day to day, how is the Corona thing in the quarantine affected you day to day? It seems a little bit less because you're out in the country and you're spread out with the workers.
We are lucky here because we are outside, so it's more difficult when you are in an apartment or something.
Yeah.
My three child are outside, so it's cool for us. Every part of my family is okay, so I hope in 1 month we will speak about this virus that it start to be the end of this bad story. But
I hope so too. When you drive into town, you have to have a paper with you that says where you're going.
To be honest, now I never drive in town.
Oh, you don't?
In a small town, yeah, because there is nobody, all is closed.
Yeah.
And I got so much work in the vineyard. So yesterday I went in the post office, and I think it was 2 weeks that I go to the town, and I've got to have I need to have a paper. Have a paper to see I'm going to the supermarket. But we are a little afraid to go in the supermarket because there is lots of people.
Yeah.
And I think it's not a good idea. If there is people, you have a risk to have the virus. So.
Yeah. And so the markets in the town square are closed as well.
The market is completely dead. And the little market is for food is stopped now.
It is, okay.
And it's not good for small producers.
What do the cheese and the egg folks do?
Cheese, some things are very small, so it's not a good idea to close. But maybe it's a necessity. I don't know.
Yeah, I would. That's too bad. So tell us about Cinto and how you got into falconry. And there is a connection with the vineyard too, I believe.
Cinto is my golden eagle, and the name came from the big mountain in Corsican island. His name is Cinto, and now it's the name of my golden eagle and of my best cuvée, Cinto cuvée. And the work in falconry is like the work in a vineyard. So you need to sometimes to be artist, but you need to be careful for all. I think life is not to be lucky. You have to work to be lucky. So it's the same with an eagle. You have to understand the animal, like you understand your kids, and after you train him, you live with him, and you have to make. It's like a vineyard. It's the same work.
But where did you learn to train birds?
In France, to be honest, just the house with here was there is some kestrel, and the first time I took a kestrel, and I lose the kestrel. So I decided to ask some friends in the French Pyrenees near a city which name is Lourdes.
Yeah.
A famous city for Catholic. And in France, it's not. You don't have to pay to learn. You have to. It's like father and kids. You have to. I learned that, and I have to learn to another person.
So a person taught you, and you have friends that you can call for problems and questions. Yeah.
We are a small family, so.
And how did you started with a kestrel, and then you didn't go right to Cinto. You had a falcon before Cinto?
Yeah. After the kestrel, my first birds was a Gaillac.
A Gaillac, okay.
Yeah, a Gaillac. And after I had peregrine falcon, Hirissou, and Cinto.
Okay. And when did you get Cinto?
Now 4 years ago.
And a golden eagle, you said, will live to be 50?
Yeah,
that's
with me.
50, guys. He's got a lifetime friend. And Nico, you call Cinto not your pet, or you call him your friend.
And it looked like the same life like a vineyards.
Explain that again. A couple people joined. Why is having a falcon like having a vineyard?
Yeah, because the life of the vineyard in general is the same time of life like an eagle.
Oh, that's a very good point. And some places they use falcons and eagles to keep the critters like rabbits and voles and field mice to maintain that, but that's not why you have Cinto.
No. There is some place in vineyards where there is a big problem with birds. And they put some Hirissou or some birds, some falcon to put off the birds. But here, there is not a problem. My hobby is to fly and to learn this type of birds of prey. It's not like a pigeon. It's completely different.
Yeah.
And it's my friend. I always go with him in Corsica. And he enjoy boar, so it's white boar. So we try to find
crazy.
White boar.
Yeah, you guys, if you're interested, you can Google hunting wild boar with eagle. It's kind of crazy. But do you have wild boar in Gaillac? You do.
Oh sure, yeah, there is.
And wild deer also, right?
Yeah, there is. Here, just at 200 meters, there is 4 deers who always look me and say, "Oh, Coucou, Nico, Coucou, Nico." and they try to eat all my olive trees.
Yeah, that's not good. You gotta let Cinto hang out there more.
No, for me, it's very interesting to have animals. So that's why I prefer protect my vineyards than kill the animals.
There you go.
But sometimes, if you have 10 boars, if you kill one, is not the problem. If you kill 10, is the problem. So
what do you mean?
People, when you are hunting, the problem is when you kill everything.
Yeah.
But when you know, like you have 10 boars, okay?
Yeah.
If you kill one boar, it's not a problem. Where is the problem is when you kill 10 boars and there is no animal after.
But isn't a boar a pest that you don't want around, or they're part of the system that it's okay to have them? I thought they were all bad.
Boar is completely different than deer. Deer it always stay in the same place. Boar they can go at 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, and it makes lots of problem in the vineyards. And it's in southeast in Roussillon there is a lot. Lot.
And you can lose, like, they tear down fences and they can destroy vines and stuff, right?
Yeah, they destroy all.
Yeah. I meant to ask you back when we were talking about Gaillac in general, the climate there, it's unique because it's affected by the Atlantic and the Mediterranean and the Pyrenees.
Yeah, today it's a sunny days. There is a lot of sun. But we are 2 hours from the sea, 2 hours and a half from the ocean, and 2 hours from the mountain. So it's hot but very green. So it's perfect for the vineyards. There is something if you want to see the soil of Clos-la-Morinier.
Yeah. That's the rock?
Limestone. It's a rock from after a little half of 1 meter. There is that here. Always rock.
Hey, some people just joined. Can you show us Cinto again? How's he doing over there? This is Cinto, the golden eagle that Nico hunts with. And then some people don't know Gaillac so much and why we may not have heard about that. Can you explain the history with the Bordeaux port and all that?
Like in lots of places in France, when there is a vineyard, there is a river. And here the river is a town river. But the problem is when in the past, when we wanted to go to England, or to go to the ocean, the access was closed by my friends of Bordeaux. And we stay and they develop them because they have the access to the ocean and we didn't have. But now there is boat, there is flight, it's different.
But this is back in the 1700s?
Yeah, it's very far. I don't have the number, but it's very far now. But the problem is we lost 100 years like this.
Right. So, to explain y'all, the Bordeaux people, they wanted to sell their wine first, and so they made some rules.
Yeah, it's normal. It's business.
Yeah,
business
exactly.
is business.
But for Nico to sell to England, he had to go through Bordeaux, which they had a lot of taxes and they made it difficult. But this is, I mean, the rules are in there for hundreds of years.
But now I prefer go in US than in England, so it's not a problem.
So physically, how does a bottle get from you to me? It gets on a pallet in a truck, and they go to the Atlantic or the Mediterranean on a boat?
Atlantic.
Okay. Through Bordeaux?
To be honest, it depends. But sometime when you go in China, it's Mediterranean, and when you go to US, it's Atlantic.
I see. Okay, that's interesting to me. Well, anything else you want to say? I don't want to make these talks too long. People will move along, but it's so nice to see you. I wanted to do this for people in New York and around the country and the world who are cooped up in their house, and it's nice. Some people are lucky to live in the country and you work out in the vineyard, so to follow you to work for a few minutes is kind of fun, to get a break and see some outside and some blue sky, and I'm glad we both have nice weather there.
I'm just sit down on the floor there. I'm cool. There is a wind, a little wind, so it's perfect. Normally in 3 days, I would be in New York, but now I will stay at home.
I know, that's so sad that you couldn't come. Hey, does anybody have questions for Nico? Pop them up in there. Hi, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
Everybody's jealous of your Chenin. Marquita's a big Chenin fan. Carrie's jealous of your Chenin. There's Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
I gotta reach out to Eva.
I hope to see everybody very quickly.
So you're gonna reschedule. You'll be back as soon as you can to New York.
Yeah. I always come 2 times in a year in New York, so
yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
I will see with Steve.
Stay tuned. Yes, Nancy, the Brocal is amazing. That's one of my favorites too.
And don't hesitate to ask me question in my Instagram. If you have question about my wines, don't hesitate, and I will always answer. I will try to speak English and answer you.
Nico's very good about being in touch. All right, man. You take care. Give my love to your wife and the kids, and it's so nice to see you. Stay healthy and strong over there.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff.
Okay, thanks for joining, everybody. Stay in touch, guys.
Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.